Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Channel 69 News. I'm your chief correspondent, Jacody Lewis. Tonight, we look back at a tragic and near-fatal event that occurred on July 13th of this year involving an assassination attempt on former President and President-elect Donald Trump. President Trump was shot in his right ear while delivering a speech at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. The shooter has since been identified as Thomas Matthew Brooks, a 20-year-old man who shot at President Trump from a rooftop adjacent to his rally, who was later shot and killed by a Secret Service sniper team. 3 other bystanders were shot in the event, and one of them dying from their injuries. After being shot, Trump iconically raised his fist while screaming, quote-unquote, "We fight," to his supporters. This event has since gone down as one of the most pivotal moments in his campaign, as well as modern political history. Trump would go on to defeat Vice President Kamala Harris in this year's election to become the first president since Grover Cleveland to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. Later, on September 15th of this year, President Trump was golfing at Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach, Florida, when a shooter, later identified to be a 58-year-old Ryan Ralph, was spotted by President Trump's security detail. The president-elect was then evacuated unharmed, with the shooter being apprehended and currently awaiting trial in February. We will now turn it over to our Washington correspondent, Grace Stroh.
I'm Grace Stroh, and here's a rundown of what happened on July 13th, 2024. Trump was giving a speech in Butler, Pennsylvania. When President-elect Trump was in the middle of giving his speech, several shots were fired from a nearby rooftop. One of the shots fired nicked Trump in his right ear. He immediately touched his ear and went down. Trump's bodyguards rushed to the scene and began to protect him. He violently fisted the air, showing pride and valor. He was then escorted off the stage to his car, where he was brought somewhere safer. A key reason for the attempt is because Trump is a very hated person. The media has portrayed him as a racist, sexist, and overall villain. Now back to you, Jacody.
Next, we will hand it over to our guest expert analyst, Michael Oxlong. Take it away, Mike.
Thanks, Jacody. Let's take a look at the live coverage from Trump's massive rally. And you know what else is massive? The support of Trump's fans. Let's take a look here. Right about now, he appears to get shot, which we later found out he did from a shooter from a nearby building on the rooftop. See all the people concerned, very frightened for their lives. Secret Service members all tackle him, making sure he does not get shot again. That would not be good. Blood on his face, on his ear, as you can see. He wants his shoes, that's what he's mouthing right now. Give me my shoes. That's what he wants. That guy's making sure of it. What's he saying right now? We fight. We fight. What he means by that is, no matter what happens, we have to fight for everything. As you can see, they're walking him off back to his car to escape. Back to you, Jacody.
Next, we're going to have an open debate segment between Mr. Benjamin Dover and Mr. Michael Oxlong. Take it away, fellas.
Thanks to Cocoa Beans. That's what they call me on the office. And I'm calling from West Virginia today. Thank you. And I believe I'm doing a debate with Mr. Mike. Is that correct? I believe. And we're going to talk about the security of the president.
Yeah, that is correct. I believe there should be more protection for presidential candidates, and especially former presidents like Donald Trump.
Now, where I completely understand where you're coming from, I feel that we Americans are using too much of our own tax dollars, and we give so much to the government. The government used so much on the Secret Service, but clearly it hasn't worked. Our former president had just gotten shot, and you expect us to do more money? That just doesn't make any sense to me.
To me, life is priceless. So I think raising a budget for better protection for our presidents is a good thing.
Now our budget is already so high, I feel what more can this money do for us? We already have so much money put into it. Why would just a little more money make it any better?
For one, more money could fund more Secret Service members, more snipers, more area patrol. I don't know what you're planning to do with your money. And another thing I'd like to point out is what is going on with your voice changes.
That is one awfully rude comment. Can't one talk how they please?
Womp womp. It is hard to take you serious in this formal debate when you keep changing voices out of nowhere.
Excuse me? Womp womp? How dare you say womp womp? How do you expect to raise a child in a misogynistic and racist household?
Mr. Dover, you are on a line and do not bring my children into this.
Sir, they're cut off. Are we live? Okay. Wow, I haven't seen anyone bicker that much since J.P. Morgan, Andrew Carnegie, and John D. Rockefeller. We'll move it over to Grace Stroh again with another analysis.
As Mr. Oxlon clearly stated in his debate, more money would go towards the government for more types of security measures, like better guns like snipers and stuff like that, and more coverage, like more bodyguards and Secret Service members. There could also be more air security, like helicopters and planes and that sort of things. In all reality, this money would go towards a great cause in helping protect our presidents and even the citizens. Now back to you, Jacody.
All right, I think that's all we have time for tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Channel 69 News. I'm your chief correspondent, Jacody Lewis. And remember, you can't get mad at the wind for making a mess if you're the one that opened the window. Have a good night.
Hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it. Let it take you away and be hopeful, hopeful, and he'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay, cause we hopeful.
I wish that you could show some love instead of hating so much when you see some other people coming up.